Be careful. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy El Jefe, back at it again. And guess what? I got something for you. Huh? We got something for you, huh? So today, look, guys, I'm gonna call an elephant on this one, and hopefully this don't get flagged. But for the certain files, and stay with me when I say this, because I'm really trying not to get flagged. So with certain files that are out, that have been out since the last administration, and quite frankly, they know way more than just this one person. They know that there's a whole network, a spider web of network that goes along with this trafficking scandals type stuff. Okay. Now, I'm gonna try to delegate this as much as possible. So again, stay with me. So the last administration, the people's champ, right? When they found this, by which I believe it was all a blacklist, blackmail type thing. But don't mess with that. Don't mess with that. But the reality of it is that when they found him, and that entire thing of did he off himself or whatever the case is. Now, historically, Hollywood has been working with federal government and government parties, I'll say that, for over decades. I could easily say past World War II, before it officially became Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So you can get where I'm coming from, whereas you find a specific person that kind of leave that alone, that looks like him, to replace him. It's a similar thing of what the diddler is all about. Hopefully you guys are staying with me. So a lot of people who believe that the last administration, when they found them, that they did everything in their power to focus it all on a certain current president, instead of going after people who are actually on that list. Stay with me, because you guys are going to be looking at me like, what the heck? And it don't take that long to really think about all this. You just got to not be attached to either side to really see for what it is. Now, no Democrat was complaining about why isn't the list. It was all Republicans and conservatives and people who just want to know who's really on the list. And as the administration changes, the loyalty still stayed the same, and people don't want to admit to that. Now, was Trump finding all these kids? Was he doing all these things? Was he given the authority to certain agencies to make sure that, this is being found? Yes, but they already knew where all these kids were. They just act like they couldn't find them. If you think I'm lying, go back to the Hawaii incident. And a lot of those conspiracies are true, by the way. Conspiracy is like saying no. It's like telling somebody, watch out, he's a thief, and he does this. And then that person says, no, you're a liar. Because that's pretty much what they say. That's a conspiracy. No, you're a liar. And there's all proof that they're doing it. Okay, so I want people to really start thinking for themselves and stop going to the news sources. Put it together yourselves. And don't just believe everything that technically here. Get off of that. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Got my little one. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. And so I'm over here and hot. Yeah, it was hot. I'm over here. Come on, Papa. Yahoo. No. Over here. Come on. Yahoo. Slow it down. And so what I'm getting at is that they knew where all these people were, and they pick and chose who they really want to do it to save face in front of the world. Now, whenever I look at this situation, and I always just think about it, and it's always popping in my head, is the key phrase that comes from the Bible. We wrestle against not flesh and blood, but of principalities and wickedness and rulers in high places. Now, most folks, they don't want to admit to it because, one, we're talking about your favorite political personnel. Two, if you understand the spirit and you actually test the spirit, you really know who's really from God and who isn't. But you got to know the spirit. The spirit got to dwell in you to give you the, the spidey sense, whatever you guys want to call it, And most people don't understand is that just like every president that went over to this corporation called Israel, and Jesus already told us, or Yahuwah and Yahusha, they already told us who the real people of Israel is. Stop. I already told you, stop messing with that, right? Now you got all that stuff on your hands. Come here. Come on. Let's go. So what I'm saying is that all these people are tied. Now, if God says the ruler of this world, and not ruler of all things, but the ruler of this world is the fallen one, the dragon, the false light, you got to understand it's him, the principalities, because, right, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we do wrestle and go to war with people who are of Satan, the children of Satan. It is what it is. So it isn't that we're just wrestling against demons and Satan, but we're also wrestling against people who are up front who want to be his children, regardless of what comes their way. And so when you look at it, there's the dragon up top, the principalities, and then the one family who rules everything, the true monarchs of the world. And then you have other kings and queens by which they fall under all the political people. It doesn't matter if you're in America, you're a prime minister, you okay? You gotta be careful. Prime ministers, presidents, it really don't matter. They all fall underneath there because they all take an oath that isn't to God or to Yahusha, Jesus, however you want to call him. They don't take an oath to him. They take an oath to the governing party of this world. And it's a hard pill to swallow. It really is a hard pill to swallow. Now, can we get a King David out of it? Can we get are we giving King Saul's? Are we giving this? It all works in God's favor. And even if it works against us, it still proves that God's word is true. Okay? Or Yahuwah, his word is true. And this is what I'm telling people. And a lot of people, they don't see it like, even if and the left, let me just say this, the left, they come at it like, well, why hasn't Trump, no, leave that alone, Papa, no, you got this, come on, we got this, yeah, you don't want to stay in the shade, you're going to get hot and sweaty, yeah, come on, let's get in the shade, you can play in the shade, I just don't want you touching all that stuff, that's not ours, oh, yo, I know. And so all the people on the left is, when's the list going to be dropped? But they didn't share that same energy when Biden was in office. And so I keep calling hypocrisy on it. And even some of the people are like, man, I'm still waiting for this list to get dropped. The list is not going to get dropped. And this is the reason why the list ain't going to get dropped. And there's so many conspiracies that happens behind it. And I'm going to say this. If that list get dropped, let's say Trump is really for the people, really for us. Let's just say it, okay? He wouldn't last 1 week. I give it 1 week. Why? Because the devil's hand is in everything. And if he says the swamp needs to get drained, respectfully saying, he only knew the tip of the swamp. He doesn't know how deep that swamp is. So if he would have released that list, he's releasing, you got to understand, with all the information that is tied to that list, he has other people who run other organizations just like what Epstein has. Just like what he has, and it's a spider web of things. And it's all going to tie to monarchs around the world, kings, queens, princes. It's going to tie to a lot of presidents. What's that called? Prime ministers, et cetera. And it's even going to go deeper than that. This is the reason why the Pizzagate scandal or the Pizzagate got swept underneath the rug extremely fast. Is because they're going to find out that your police chiefs are involved. They're going to find out that certain police officers and sheriff departments are involved. They're going to figure out that the news stations are all catered to look the other way on these actual events. You're going to find out that maybe your mail systems are involved. And we figured that one out in the middle of Biden's things when they were selling refrigerators for like 50 grand. Selling refrigerators on eBay for like 50 grand. You okay? And so I look at it and I'm like, if it ain't in your face already, and the people who are upset because it's only one political person that is, and people are speaking on it and they're not giving out the list, honestly, a lot of people are morally corrupt. I mean, the Bible says it, but a lot of people are morally corrupt. A lot of people are spiritually dead. And I'm going to say this for face value, just rip the Band-Aid off. When R. Kelly got caught peeing on that little girl, a lot of people said, well, he should still be let free. Let a black man get away with it. You know how ignorant that is? Like, so you're going to justify a little girl that got all that stuff done to her just because it was a black man, because they think that only white people get away with stuff like that. And again, it's the same thing that just happened with the diddler, by which there's evidence. And I believe that they took a lot of that evidence because he had dirt on a lot of people, just like when they raided Epstein Island. He had a lot of dirt on a lot of people. And so I'm just saying, are people really like, what's really going to happen even if that list got out? What? At least we know, right? That's a waste. That's a waste. Why? Because if Trump is really for the people, by which you can see it two different ways. Ooh, someone baked a loaf of bread right now. I need to go change you. If Trump is really for the people, this is probably the reason why he did it. Because if they can't get to him, these devil worshippers, these elitists and their pawns and everybody a part of that scheme, by which is a lot of people involved, they may threaten us because we may be crazy enough to do something about it if they don't just get to him. There's a lot of stuff to think about. And the thing is are you really ready? Because again, a lot of people really don't care. They just like gossip, right? But are you really ready to figure out who's on that list? And are you really spiritually and cognitively mature to know that they didn't go there for hamburgers and pie? They went there for little girls and boys and people taken against their will to be prophet in some demonic stuff. Like, we already know about Beyonce. People still support Beyonce. We know about Jay-Z. We know about all these people, and people make excuses for them. And see, the cool part about it is that you have these people on TV, on blatant, like Adam Sandler, like Jimmy Kimmel, all of them talking about pizza parties, ice cream, hot dogs, right? Obama, you did it. Ellen DeGeneres, all these people, they did it. They did it. And they'll be on there, and this is how they look at you. This is how these demon, disgusting people look at you. They say it out and loud and proud, and they'll laugh about it. And y'all think it's a joke, and they're really talking about it when they're doing this to these little boys and girls in code. So again, will people be mature enough to accept what's going to happen and not make excuses and call for action to get these people put in a place where they need to be put in? Or we're gonna be like, well, that's Beyonce, we should turn another cheek. That's Ellen DeGeneres. Let's turn. That's Oprah. That's that's Biden. Come on, he can't. He's already on his deathbed, right? Yeah. That's the route that we're gonna go. A lot of people are gonna go. And again, what are you going to say when it's these corporations and a lot of these hotel places, they own other hotel places, sister, brother company, mother companies, just like how Big BlackRock and all them, they own all these little companies, right? Almost a monopoly. What are you going to do then when the people who control your food sources is doing this? Like real talk, like what are people really going to do? Are you really prepared for what's going to happen? And I think that should be a mature question, a real mature question. Yeah, it's messed up, but people don't care enough to change. They're so focused on playing the chess game rather than battling out in spirit. This isn't even chess or checkers. This is literally a spiritual war, and America is falling. Jesus is coming back. I'm just saying, stating facts. People really wouldn't do anything. But let me know what you guys think. God bless you. Peace out.